What's good? Breaking Barriers podcast.
What up? What up?
What's going on? Here we are again. Another Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate. How y'all doing? How was y'all week?
Pretty good week.
Yeah, pretty good week. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Pretty solid week.
Anything exciting? No.
I run away from home from my teenagers.
What they do to you, Drena?
Listen, the past 15, I guess 18 years have been easy breezy, but this year,
Uh-oh.
like all hell done broke loose.
Uh-oh. Hey, Felicia. Uh-oh.
Hey.
Are they teenaging?
Yeah,
Mm,
majorly.
mm. Well, good luck with that. I'm sorry.
No.
I've been there, done that. I can't help you. You just gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. Look, we are the Breaking Barriers podcast, and I will not forget today to do our intro. For those of you who do not know who we are or who are not familiar with this podcast, I will introduce our co-host right now. We have Mr. Adrian Taylor, the man, the author himself, aka
Mr. GC.
aka
Pops.
Okay, Pops.
As my son called me.
That's what we call him. That's cute. Hey, Pops. Aw.
That's cute.
And then we have Miss Drena, Miss Mississippi herself, aka
Dream a dream.
aka
Drena finds out.
Drena will find out.
Drena, how dating been going for you?
I haven't been dating Adrian. It's Mardi Gras season.
That's never mind.
What?
Adrian,
I would think that's the time to get you a date or two. All the festivities going.
I haven't met anybody in any of them, but I have a jam-packed weekend. Be all over the place, so we'll see. My outfits have come in. I'm excited.
Okay. Oh, shucks.
I guess we're gonna have some updates come next week, huh?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Take a sip to that.
Oh Lord.
Didi, what you got going on, Didi?
I don't have anything going on. I'm chilling.
You chilling. We saw that photo you posted.
Oh,
hey, Jen.
Right. You're not chilling, baby. You've been on these internet streets.
I stays in the internet streets now. I do that.
No, not like this. Not like this.
That picture's that's funny that everybody's like, that's the new picture. That's from last Valentine's Day. The whole spread is on my Instagram page. Like, it's multiple pictures. I just picked that one and posted it again. But the other ones are way more racy than that. On my actual page, like from last year. So I was like, oh, let me pick one. Yeah, we chilling this year. Can I
hear you?
Can I get an intro, please? Appreciate it.
Oh wow, yeah. We just
Hey Tom. Hey Daniel. Hey Karen.
We have our lovely host, Miss. She's gonna break the internet every time. Miss Didi, Miss AKA
the Core Queen,
AKA
Sometimes you gotta, let them. You gotta remind them of who you are. When they try to play with you. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, Daniel.
Happy Valentine's
Yeah, all
Day.
that. Speaking of a Karen,
Oh God.
I actually dealt with my first Karen today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I ain't never really dealt with one, firsthand. I've only seen videos, but I had my first encounter with a Karen today. It's pretty
What'd
funny.
she do?
Yo, she so we have a clubhouse in, my neighborhood. And so I'm in
Wait,
there.
they say everything froze. Is everything froze for everybody? Let me know. Y'all tap in with me. Can y'all see us?
Cause I see y'all and
I see y'all too.
right,
Yeah.
I met a few. Well, he said he met a few Karens, so he mustn't see us. Y'all in the comments, let us know if we
right.
froze or if y'all can see us. Oh, he said
It
came
came
back.
back. Okay.
That's good. Okay. Thank
Don't
you.
know what happened. But yeah, so of course y'all know I'm updating my website and everything. So I was taking some photos. I went into the clubhouse and I got the guy, he taking my photos, everything. And she comes in. Now mind you, it's a clubhouse. You gotta have the key to get in. You can't just walk in. So she she comes in like, hey, may I help you?
Oh.
Now mind you, I just talked to this lady last week, right? So she comes in, may I help you? I'm like, no, we good. And so, but then she just standing there.
Mm.
I'm like, so she looking at me, I'm looking at her, she looking at me, and she says her name. She's like, hi, I'm Karen. I don't even remember her name. I'm calling her Karen because it's like, hi, I'm Karen. And I'm like, okay, like, can I help you? Like, she like, can I help? No, can I help you? Like, we're in here taking pictures. We'll be done in a second. And so she's just like, I'm the property manager.
Mm.
And I'm sitting here like,
Okay.
and like, okay, you're the property manager. So then she's like, do you own a house here?
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
okay. Yes, I do. Is it a Visa or Orion? It's a
Oh.
Orion home. And so, and then I saw we once again we both looking at each other dumb, because I'm looking at her dumb, and because I told her too. I was like, she was like, yeah, you just, I don't know you, and you're coming in here, ma'am. First off, I don't know you. I mean, actually, I seen you last week, right? And we talked the previous week before that, face to face. And she's like, that was 500 people ago. I would never remember that.
Mm.
And I'm like, how you have to catch yourself like, like
Shut.
ain't no 500 people came in here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You lucky if you get 2 or 3, like a day. Because first off, like I said, you gotta have a key to get in. So you can't just go in there. Like you can't just walk in. You gotta have a key. And so, how you want to flex on them? Because it's like you ain't got no house in here. Like
Right.
you better back up.
You're a property manager.
You're property manager. I got 2 houses in here, as a matter of fact. But I didn't say that. I was about to, but I caught myself. I ain't want to go there because she probably would have really gotten her feelings and and yeah,
Oh,
and it
something
probably would have
happened
went
to you.
left. So yeah, it just it was funny, and that's what I told her too. I'm like, look, lady, we just talked, and so I'm looking at you crazy like you're looking at me. I live here, and I pay for this place. Dang, Drena, your internet back horrible. I'm like, I
Right.
pay for this place. Like that's not how you should have handled it. But
Wow.
whatever. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, she still had a little attitude. Whatever. It just messed up my whole vibe of my shoot, man. My photos being taken. It was crazy. Cause she was like,
That's
yeah, we're gonna have a meeting in here in like 30 minutes. You should have just said that. Like, hey,
right.
we're gonna, in 30 minutes we're gonna be using this. I just wanted to let you know. Okay, cool. We'll be done way before then. You know. But yeah,
She wanted to flex. I'm a property manager.
property manager.
Like a step up from a janitor, ma'am. I'm sorry.
So
No,
yeah.
I'm sorry. No, it's not, Lord. I'm sorry. Every job is important.
Every job is important. You're right.
But when you act like that, sometimes you need a reality check. Cut it out.
Because, I would have been a jerk if I would have complained about it. You know what I'm saying? If I would have wrote, and complained
Right.
about it, sent the email. But, I'm going to let her make it today. Let her make it.
Like, now you ain't got no job at all.
All right. I'm going to let her make it today.
Oh, Lord. What happened to Drena?
I know, right?
She dropped. Okay.
Drena internet.
Yeah, she was doing good for a few weeks. I guess it gave out on
It's back, baby.
You're right, Daniel. She was definitely asking for it.
Yeah, I ain't get though. I ain't give her
go
what she wanted.
into our hot topics, our trending topics, and even though Drena's not here, we can go on and discuss the elephant in the room, the Super Bowl. Still fly, Eagles fly. Yeah. Still fly, Eagles fly. All day, every day. I bleed green. Yeah.
I was rooting for him, man. I wanted them to pull it out, man. It was one of the best
zero
games.
Adjustments in the second half. Zero.
I was so disappointed in the defense.
Me too. No sacks.
No sacks. What? No sacks. Second half, no 3 and outs, or didn't stop them at all.
No.
In the second half, Kansas City scored on every possession when they touched the ball.
Yep.
They
didn't adjust. They did, I think, 2 back-to-back plays, same play, and scored on it. Same thing.
Same thing. It was crazy because 49ers. I don't even know how you say his name, but the wide receiver for the 49ers said that they exposed. I don't know how they said that, how they felt that way, but they was like, yeah, we exposed the Eagles defense. They not as good as they are said to be. And so you're like, what?
And they scored 7 points.
So right, exactly. But I mean, something Kansas City must have seen in the tapes that they was able to capitalize on.
I mean, they didn't see it the first half. So I'm trying to figure out what happened the second half that Philly didn't adjust to. I didn't get it. Because the first half they were showing out. Yeah,
I don't know.
Definitely the corners failed us and the defensive coordinator. It was terrible.
It was horrible.
It was terrible.
I mean, the defensive backs act like they couldn't hold nothing. Like I never seen Kansas City call so many wide open passes. I'm like, what is y'all like? What defense are y'all running? The defensive
coordinator didn't adjust anything.
I don't know how many times I saw Kelsey wide open. I'm sitting here like, how was the number one guy always wide? And I mean, like people are 6, 7, 8 yards away from him.
Right? How?
And
why? And then the daggone field was horrible. What did they do? Like, why would they took how many months to prep the field? Y'all need to get y'all money back.
Man, look,
the field was terrible. And then the refs was bad on both sides of the ball the entire game, not just the last call. The entire game they was trash. It's just a mess. But hey.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it went all in all. Saying even that, it was a great game, back and forth. One of the best games I've seen in the Super Bowl in a while.
Yeah. Finally, a competitive game that was good to watch.
Hey man, that boy Jalen Hurts though. Hey man, that boy the truth. That boy the truth.
He is. All the doubters can shut up now. It's ridiculous.
That boy the truth. That boy did his thing.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. So I think our offensive coordinator just got hired to be the Indianapolis Colts head coach.
Defensive coordinator gone to.
Defensive coordinator went to is it Arizona? No, maybe. I don't remember. I don't know. He went somewhere.
I think it was it Arizona? Might have been. They both gone.
Yeah, they both gone. So good. We're good. We're fine. We'll be fine. So we'll see what happens. What's going on next year? But Jalen Hurts has definitely got a bright. He only 24. I mean, it's crazy. Him and Patrick Mahomes, like to be that young and accomplishing as much as they are already is insane.
Yeah, it's just so sad because somebody got to win. Dang, Drena.
Yeah,
somebody got to win, right?
I'm proud of both of them. I thought they. Well, I mean, I was just happy for both
I mean,
of
they
them.
both played crazy, lights
Yeah.
out. Like it was a great thing to see. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a great thing to see. They
Jalen
both
Hurts couldn't
shine.
have done any more. He did everything he could do.
You need the defense to come up with some
Right.
type of stops. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, not only defense, special teams, because
Yeah.
that punt that
Oh,
really hurt when he returned
right.
that punt down to the 5 yard line. That really hurt.
Yeah.
That's when you like, oh,
The fumble hurt too when Jalen fumbled and they
I mean,
scored.
yeah, that hurt.
That hurt
I
too.
just that was
But then he made up. We came right back.
came right back, scored. But that's when I be like on my conspiracy theory stuff, because I was like,
Yeah.
this not only this game, but you like Brody done protected his ball so well all season long,
Mm-hmm.
and for him not to get stripped, he
Right.
just dropped the ball,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you like,
You know it was rigged. I
man,
mean, they
it's
literally
fixed.
had.
The fix is in. Sometimes I be like, man, that was fixed. Like, I watched the video and it showed like where they have a zapper in the ball, and that they'll press it and that's how they'll drop the ball sometimes. I don't know how true that is, of course, but they was talking about that. I thought it
Well,
was
you know
funny.
they had this crazy because they had put that little somebody leaked the script, and I believe that was the score.
Hey man.
I don't know. Hey, it is what it is. So,
Yeah.
well, what did you think of the halftime show?
Hey man. I like Rihanna, so I thought it was good. And then especially when I saw her being pregnant, I was like, oh, ain't too much she gonna be able to do. I knew right off rip because at first I was like, dang, she still got the baby fat. Because I'm sitting here in my mind. At first I'm like, oh yeah, well her son only like 3-4 months. Then you look it up, like he 9 months. You like, oh, she pregnant. Yeah, ain't no way she still got that type of baby weight on it. You know what I mean? You like,
Right.
oh, she pregnant. But for me, it's all about the songs. The only thing that could have been, better, which we know, ain't no way she finna bring Kanye West out. So when they did all of the lights, I'm like, if you could just bring Kanye out, like that would be crazy. But we know that ain't finna happen. Um, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I mean, but I also like Rihanna. Um, and I thought it was cool. I
I
know a
was
lot of
bored to
people gave her
tears.
flack for it, but
I was bored to tears.
I loved it because I love the song. So for me, it's
I
about
mean,
the song.
I'm not saying I don't like Rihanna, but for a halftime show, I thought it was boring. I just thought you didn't have to bring out those specific people for those songs. Hold on. But I mean, you could have brought other people. Didn't have to be on her songs. You could just brought people out. If you knew you was pregnant and you couldn't really perform. But and also I heard that because I've never been to a Rihanna show, of course, and I ain't never seen her perform. So they said that's just how she performed. I was like, well, shit.
I mean, she would dance more, but you know what I'm saying? Like she ain't Beyonce performer. Like, you know what I mean? Like she just, yeah. It was all about she gonna do a little thing. It's gonna be cool, and she gonna play the songs that you really really like. And
I mean, it's
yeah,
been the same songs for the last 30 years. And I was like, oh, Super Bowl, she gonna drop some new. No, not no new stuff. Okay, cool.
well, as soon as
Not
you
gonna
saw
be
she was
new.
pregnant, you knew it was a rap as far as new music. So
Right.
like,
But I
oh yeah, it's
also
over with.
thought, okay, she pregnant. That means she gonna have some cameos then because she can't really do much. So she gonna bring somebody out. It didn't have to be
Yeah,
just it could have just been somebody with music. Anybody,
yeah. I mean, and let them play a song.
anything.
But I thought that she might actually. What I was looking for was her to bring out another Islander.
That would have been dope.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I actually thought that she was gonna do that. That would have been cool. Um, because then you like, because I'm sitting here listening to her music as far as her features, you like, it's only super huge people that she's, especially lately that she's done features
Right.
with. So you like Kanye, that would have been perfect, but that ain't happening.
No.
Yeah, and you knew
That would have been
Jay-Z
dope to
wasn't
do
coming out,
a Caribbean vibe at the Super
but
Bowl. That would have been so dope.
but that's what I actually thought. I thought she was gonna bring out somebody um
Anybody, just
from
somebody.
the island. You know what I mean? Just bring them out, let them do a song, and keep it pushing, and then jump back into her set.
But
Um,
what irritates me about people like like it's okay for everybody not to like something, and it not be like, okay, I didn't like. I thought it was just boring. It was Rihanna. It wasn't exciting. Cool, whatever. Oh, well, she a billionaire. She did like, yes, she is all of those things, and I still thought the show was boring. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, if you ain't like the show, you ain't like it. I did. I was excited about it. I ain't have the same sentiments. I enjoyed it, but I mean, I was entertained. That's all it takes for me is to be entertained. So
Yeah. I was like, hell, I went to Barbados. I went on a tour to visit her childhood house. All kinds of the street that's named after her. I like Rihanna, but that shit was boring to me. I'm sorry. And I guess, and they like, compared to other damn Super Bowls. What are you talking about? Like last year, we was all out our seat dancing, jamming, having like, oh shit. Oh, then here go, and oh, then there, oh, they brought out like it was just like the shock factor of more people coming out. You're like, oh, that's my song too. Like hearing different artists. But yeah, man. Drena, what you think about the halftime performance? If you could stay your ass on the damn platform.
I don't know what happened with my internet, but anyway, I'm on my phone now. But I was excited to see Rihanna. I thought that they got paid to do the halftime show, but apparently they don't.
no.
So I was like, clearly she don't want to split her money with nobody. Because there were so many times I'm like, okay, she gonna bring out Drake. Okay, she gonna bring out like I was like, is this it? Is she gonna bring out Jay-Z? Like so many times I felt like she could have brought somebody out. I did see interviews with her saying she was worried about fitting all of her hits into 13 minutes. So maybe that's why she didn't bring anybody out. I mean, but
we did not need all her hits. We listened to that same shit for 30 years. We didn't need all of them.
Yeah. I just thought it would have
I
been like,
did. I needed them all.
No, you didn't.
I
You heard
did.
them songs a million
I
times
needed them all.
with her walking back and forth on the stage.
Then I went and started listening to them again.
I mean, I love Ree. My grandfather got up. I watched it with my grandparents. My grandfather got up and went to the bathroom. I was like, Dad, you gonna miss the halftime show? Rihanna's about to come on. He was like, I know.
Oh. Well, dang.
Right. But I mean, it was fine. It wasn't the worst one I ever seen, but yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't excited.
I don't think she did anything to like keep it exciting. Like there was no, besides everybody trying to figure out, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant?
That was, and then the little Fenty. She of course promoted her Fenty product,
Right.
Hey.
which I was like, her marketing was genius.
Yeah. And she gonna serve you a face every time. So.
And then after the fact, which I didn't know during the show, how she did the tribute to Andre Leon Talley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a tribute to him.
So.
Yeah. Other than that,
I don't know. I'm curious.
Somebody said I wonder which one of the dancing sperm got her pregnant during practice. So they so stupid, yo. Oh my god. But yeah, it was mixed reviews. Of course, diehard Rihanna fans loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it.
But Rihanna has never been like she might give you a 2-step here and there, some whining, but like she ain't no dancer performer. Like you're not gonna.
I've never seen anything like any performance from her ever. So I'm not a big Rihanna fan in that way. Okay. Well, speaking of halftime shows, what do you guys think is the best halftime show of all time?
I don't really remember like sitting down and actually watching a lot. But of course they have like big ones like people always talk about like Prince, of course. The year that it was Beyonce and Bruno Mars and somebody else, like for me, I think that was the most exciting for me. Even more exciting than just Beyonce.
What you think, Adrian?
So for me, It was so I got a couple. And of course everybody say Prince, Michael Jackson, and Beyonce. So I like to go away from them. So for me, um yeah, Bruno Mars. I really like Bruno Mars one. His was good to me. I really, really enjoyed his halftime show. That was a banger to me. Of course last year was a banger to me. Dre and Friends, right? Um and then my sleeper that I really, really enjoyed was Maroon 5. I'm a Maroon 5 fan.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I felt
yeah.
like their performance was really, really great. Uh, so those were the ones outside of what most people would pick, which is Beyonce, Prince, Michael Jackson. Those were the ones that was very memorable to me outside of those. So I want to give them some love.
Of course, last year for me was everything. I was up on my feet the whole time, so that was good to me. Of course, just watching people stand for I don't know how long screaming while Michael Jackson just standing there, it was like crazy. He didn't even do anything, but just the star power in itself is just awe inspiring. Um, and of course, I mean the freaking talk of the fucking decade, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. That was like we ain't hear the last of that for forever. It's like crazy. Yeah, I think those were my top ones.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think Janet Jackson been able to perform on nothing ever since.
Not of that magnitude, anyways.
No.
You right, Jen. That 50th anniversary of hip hop would have been major, but the white folks weren't gonna allow that two times. Had too much black for them. What's up, Freddie? What's going on? Yeah, that somebody said, was it Charlemagne the God said, all right, now we're gonna have to get a white artist in there now, and then we can go back to black. But we've been too black too many times.
Hold up. Let me shout out Buddy that song the national anthem.
Oh my God.
That boy needs some love. Let's take a
Yo.
second to give him some love before we move on, because that boy did that
Oh,
thing. I,
Chris
I, I
Stapleton.
hey, I had to look him. I ain't never heard of him
Oh,
before, but I'm a
Tennessee
fan now.
whiskey. He sang
No,
Tennessee whiskey.
I
Oh,
didn't know that. You hear songs, but I don't listen to country like that,
Oh,
so I don't. You hear the hot songs, but you don't know who sing them. So I was like, Buddy got that voice. Let me
yeah.
find that. Like, yo, I'm a fan.
he
Yeah.
Yeah.
that he that one black singer you gonna hear at every black function. I mean, he
Yeah.
had one white singer you gonna hear at every black function.
He sang that song. He sang the national anthem. I mean, he sang the song.
Hey man.
Man.
Hey, I was like, who is this? I was like, Buddy, like,
Yeah. He brought I had goosebumps. I was like, you better sing the song, Mr.
Right.
White Man. Yeah,
yeah, he
he
did
did
that.
that.
I'm a fan.
Absolutely. Oh,
I'm definitely a
absolutely.
fan.
Yeah. He definitely gets the invitation to the cookout. Okay. Yes. All right. Our next icebreaker topic. What is the most unprofessional thing you've done at work? Oh, hold on. She said, what do we think about Shirley Ralph?
I thought she did good.
We're good.
What do y'all think about what, man? What's the most unprofessional thing y'all done at work? I'm gonna skip right over that one.
She said, take my braids out. You know what?
Oh shit.
Jennifer Renee Cooper.
I am to add this is not what I was thinking, but to add to what she says, I'm kind of notorious. I will finish my twist at my desk. Like if I just have the back, like I'm gonna go ahead and twist the rest up. And like people will be like, wow, you did a whole hair change. Yeah, I
Freddie, are
did.
you saying that Shirley Ralph just showed up? Oh, you talking about you just showed up at work. You know what, Freddie? You know what?
Mm,
She showed. That's unprofessional.
yeah, I've done that in the past where I showed up for work, you know, got past the first couple hours, dip, but made it seem like I was still at work. Came back right before it was time to leave, and then dipped out.
I've done that.
I've done so many unprofessional things at work.
Right, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it light.
Yeah, I'll keep it light too.
Let's see. Let's see. I've drank Four Loco with my airmen at work.
Mhm.
Right before commander's call, and we was in that bitch sweating. Like, oh my God, they gonna know. Oh, this before they change the Four Loco. We in there like, y'all think they know? Looking like crackheads. What else? Oh, got into a fight with my ex-husband at work.
Ooh.
I worked at the gym at Robbins Air Force Base in Warner Robins, Georgia. He thought that I was flirting with a guy that came in the gym. Front desk. Now customers coming in. And the guy said something, I laughed. All I heard was, "What the fuck so funny?" And I said, there was a water bottle being thrown and it just missed my head. I'm like, really? Man, we got the tussling back there. I don't know how I retired. I don't know how I made it without going to jail.
I had somebody pull up on me at work too that I was talking to. Sure did. Pulled up on your boy. Whoa, what are you doing? I went right on back into work.
He
Not
said he
even
took
finna deal
the
with this.
industrial air compressor.
In the company truck.
God, really, Tom?
In the company truck.
Oh yeah, Freddie, we all did that. The medical
Oh,
appointments
that
back
ain't.
then.
I don't
Yeah,
even know what that ain't nothing.
cussed out customer for disrespecting one of my shoes. Oh yeah, we did that all the time.
Ain't nothing
What else
either.
have we done? We played phase 10 at work the whole shift at the front desk of the gym.
We watched Ready for Love. Hold up, which one was Ray J? The
Oh man, what was his show called?
it was Ready for Love, right?
I don't
It
remember.
Ray J. Anyways, his little love show. We hadn't watched any of the episodes. We literally had VH1 on, and we watched the whole marathon of the show on a shift, and watched all episodes. Watched the whole thing. Yeah, we was there, and it was so crazy because everybody was watching it. When I'm talking about everybody, the white folks, everybody was coming in. They got into this show like, yo, this is hilarious. Like white people, these backwoods white people. So this ain't like something they would ever watch, and they was into it. Like, yo, run it back. Like, is another one? Oh, we ain't going nowhere.
Hell no. Felicia, you going to jail.
Wow.
Oh God.
When I first started at my previous job, I started in the kitchen. Baby, we used to use that kitchen like it was our own. We were making all kind of like just coming up with shit, making stuff, cooking, and then like you would make some people like, "Hey, go make me one of those."
When I was in Afghanistan, oh my God, I should have been in jail. So it was, Lord forgive me. It was this guy that I was talking to. We were not at the same. They call them fobs, but I'll just say base for everybody else. We were not at the same base. So he would get on a helicopter from his base, act like he had official business. He could come to the base with me. He would sit at work with me all day, stay in my tent with me until it was time for him to go back, like he did some kind of work and go back to his base. Yeah. And
Baby.
I ain't going to disclose nothing else because it was immoral.
Right. We're keeping it light. We're keeping it light.
That's what I'm saying. You're keeping it light.
Because I was single.
All right. Here we go.
Damn, Drena on this internet.
Hold on.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Child. Yeah, Lord. I don't know how I made it through the military without being kicked out.
Mm, mm, mm. That no limitation. Hey man,
It's been 10 years, so I think I might be good.
You might be good. You might be all right.
Yeah. Sure. All right, y'all, let's get into these main topics. I don't think I have this. I think it was a meme or a post or a tweet or something that I think Adrian shared. And the girl said, natural bodies are for poor women.
Whoever said that, listen, the PPP people was coming to snatch up all of them bodies, all them bodies, all them BBLs. They need all that back because they coming to get y'all.
Child, these bodies is on layaway. They got the care credit with the payments, baby. Okay, all these hood chicks that don't win got their bodies done.
But it was crazy because, like, at the beginning of the pandemic, I have a friend in Atlanta, and she was like, "Oh yeah," she was like, "People are scamming to get BBLs." I'm like, "How are they scamming to get that?" She was like, "Well, care credit." I was like, "How are they doing that?" She was like, "Oh, people like they can get somebody's information, get approved for the card, and go have the BBL." I'm like, but working in healthcare, like they have to verify your name, like all those things. She was like, "Girl, they hooking it up. People is getting scammed for these." She was like, "Whenever they go to, they sending a bill to whoever the name is in, but it's not the same people getting the BBL."
Wow. He says, so who are weave, nails, and lashes for?
I don't like to, offend people.
Offend them, please.
Personally, and it's just me. I've never dated anyone like all fake and I mean, even from what Tom just said about the weave, the nails, the lashes, like I just never been into that ever. And I don't care if you're bald. I literally don't. I don't care if you have no hair. I just like a natural looking woman. I've never liked women that didn't look natural. I and there's always that whole, well, this person gets, those people are popular. Popular people, rules are a little bit different for them. I want people to understand that. But just like for us people that like to live regular lives, most guys don't like that. And I I just want women also to know, like yo, if you're doing it for you, that's perfectly fine. Do you, boo? Do it for you. But you're doing it for you. I've never seen a guy not mess with a lady because, quote unquote, she had a small booty. It's not it's just not something the guy says. Like, bro, I was gonna smash, but then I saw her butt, and you know what? I changed my mind. I've never heard a guy say that. I just never, I'm not, never in my life have I heard one of my homeboys say that. I never heard my homeboys say that ever, bro. Her thighs were just too small for me to smash, bro. Like, I've never heard that, and even, bro. Bro, she had no hips, bro. So I just said no. I've never heard these things. So clearly, women are doing this for themselves. I think is things that they are insecure about because guys don't sit around and talk about like, yo, bro, I can't. I mm, nah, bro. Uh, what most guys do say, like, bro, she look like an ant. I can't mess with that, bro. That's this. I can't, bro. She look like an ant. I can't do it. So I feel
Same.
like women do it for themselves. Natural bodies are not for poor women. Um, I no, no, it's not. And I think that we've gotten so caught up in this whole social media thing that we feel like we gotta compete. You know what I mean? Women feel like I gotta compete with the fake girl. No, you ain't gotta compete with her. Like you're looking at her on Instagram, but that same fake body that's telling y'all and saying all of these things behind closed doors, she's extremely insecure about herself. But she's putting on for social media. Don't stop letting these people trick you into doing something that you don't need to do. One, I'm trying to tell you, you don't need to do it. You do not need to do all of these different things. I see so many girls that do get their body done, and guess what? Their status still is fucking single. And Drena, you know it, because we got a lot of people
I
that
know
we
it.
grew up with.
I mean, when they to me like you look. It's kind of like when women do a full face of makeup, like they want that look. But I know I never liked that because if I go in the grocery store, a nigga gonna be like, damn, what happened? What the hell happened to her? Like you can't. It was a tweet and it was talking about like people getting their body done. They were like, I understand if that's what you want to do with your body, if that's your job, like if you're a stripper, dancer, model, whatever. But Miss Cynthia, if you're working in the school cafeteria, it ain't no you need no BB. Why you walk around here with all that ass?
And it ain't real.
Yeah.
And it
And
ain't
then
real.
the only other time I've heard a man say something to me, he was like, and this is a friend of mine, Adrian, he was like, if them fake asses is anything, if they hard like them fake titties, I don't want it.
Yo,
And
I mean, you be like, it's like, yo, and I'm finna tell you what's about to start happening. These women are playing themselves because what's gonna start happening is natural bodies are gonna become a delicacy. Guys are gonna want a natural, like, it's gonna be so like real that guys only want natural bodies that these girls gonna be looking like, what? Like, I did all this, and now I can't even get guys to look at me because they gonna be like, because they know that's what women are doing, and they ain't working for it. It ain't like they was in the gym and, and doing all this. Like, it's women that that every couple of years get like a BBL and get a tummy tuck. Like, every couple of years they doing it. Like, it's crazy.
And most of these women, even the ones you're talking about, that's like the popular girls or IG models or whatever, they single too. Like these men don't take them seriously.
No,
They're just for fun. And the men that they're attracting aren't the men they want anyway.
no.
It's like
The men they attracting gonna come mess with them for a while,
yeah.
and then move on.
Because like when you're talking about a man who's really about his business, in certain arenas, you can't take that in the door with you.
No,
You
not at
can't
all.
walk in the room with that. It's not going to work. It doesn't translate well into every arena. So, like Drena said, unless you're a stripper or maybe in entertainment somewhere, even in the entertainment industry, sometimes you have to go into a business meeting. Like, and I think it was Kate Michelle who was like, she used to be so uncomfortable going into business meetings because they looked at her like a freak show.
Yeah.
Because she was. I mean, she is.
Yeah, they didn't take her seriously. So
I don't. Whenever I hear other black women or people, period, like I have such a disdain for the Kardashians, and I know it can't be blamed solely on them, but I feel like they have really set the tone for like what looks good on the internet. Like people strive to be to look like them. But what baffles me about black women is those are white women who wanted to look like black women. And now that they have achieved their goal of having these children, they've reached their notoriety or whatever, and they are, have all this money. Now they're trying to change their bodies to go back to looking like how they were looking before.
Yep. Yeah. Now they're trying to be the regular old everyday skinny white girl. Yeah. It's sickening. Like what bothers me the most is these young black girls thinking they need to get their body done. I'm like, you're 20. Why do you need to get your body done? You haven't even reached womanhood yet, for real. That's what's crazy to me. I don't know. And then of course, you know me as a fitness coach, I get them on the phone all the time with me, talking about they want to they got their body done and now they looking crazy because it's certain parts where they're getting stuff sucked out that's messed up now. They can't feel it, it's numb, and they out of shape, because that's the most dangerous thing to do, is to go and get the illusion of looking good, but actually still being super fat on the inside. Just it's dangerous. It is dangerous. I don't look like you said, to each his own. If you're gonna do it for you, cool. And I'm also a proponent. Like if you've been working your ass off, you've been doing everything that you can do, and you got like some small areas that you just can't get rid of, or it's maybe extra skin because you lost a whole bunch of weight. That's different.
That's totally different. Yeah, that's totally different. I mean, and I know people like that, and they get it, but like I know some women that literally do it after a couple years, start gaining the weight back, and do it again. That's sad, man.
Yeah. They don't have no freaking, like, they have no plans on maintaining anything.
And I'm like, I'm like Chad. Like, I'm like Chad Johnson. I don't know if you heard what Chad say. Like, look, man, I look for a specific type, like a woman that worked out, a woman that was in shape, a woman that, did sports. Like, I'm what he say? He like, what them women gonna do for me? It's all cute. But when your son or your daughter come out can't run for shit, then what? Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess.
And that speaks of character as well. That speaks of how disciplined you are or not disciplined you are. If you want to take the easy way out, or if you want to work hard for something.
Think about it. Like you have kids, and like you said, like you going to they the last to get picked and all of this, because no, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, heck nah, we not. No, that's not how this rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I need to know that you did something, that you ain't just some little girly girl out here. Like, no, never. I never been into that personally. So whatever.
Yeah. So, natural bodies are not for poor women.
She, even with herself saying that, like, she has to know that's not true, because you go to the doctor and act to make it look natural.
Right. She already said it's real, but the thighs don't match.
That is the worst of the worst. When the thighs don't match, that is the worst of the worst.
I found out kind of why that happens. I don't know if y'all know, but so most of the time they're only seeing a doctor via Zoom before they actually go to the appointment, and they got to send in all their labs and weight and height and all that kind of stuff. And you have to have a certain body fat for them to do this. Well, whenever they get to the actual facility the day before the surgery, the doctor looks at them, and if they don't have enough to pull from certain areas, they start pulling from the inner thigh. They start using that meat from the inner thigh. So that's why so many people's thighs look crazy like that. Like, if you look at it, like, their inner thighs are always super small looking. And I was like, I mean, I understand that, but that's a terrible place to pull it from.
That's tragic.
Horrible.
That's just outlandish. I know that's my new word for the year. Stupid. Like I can't imagine. Like
I've talked to girls that have had it done, and to me, like the whole process is insane because you show up to this place the day before, you go in, talk to the doctor, whatever, and they tell you what they're gonna do. And you'll be paying for a certain doctor, all of it. And I mean, that kind of happens with healthcare, period, where a doctor just may not show up. You know, you may get a different doctor. So that's crazy. But also, like, I didn't realize how many they were doing in a day. Like, my friend, she had to show up for 9 o'clock. And then her girl that was at the same place would have to show up for 9. She didn't make it back till like 1 o'clock in the morning because they didn't do her procedure till like 7 at night. So she's gone without eating like all that time, and your own pain meds. Like, it's crazy.
that comment just took me out. Really, Freddie? That's just tragic. I don't even understand why you would do something like.
When he said go bots, it made me think about those red boots. I can't believe what is going on with those red boots?
I'm sick of it. I just can't.
That's cartoon boots. They done just transfer the cartoon boots over to real boots.
I'm telling you, white people make shit and say, I know black people are going to wear this because they're stupid as fuck. And that's what happens. That's what they do. I got these. We got these. I got these. We got these.
You know, the Mickey Mouse. I mean, you think about it, that's the boots of all cartoon characters.
Those are boots from Dora the Explorer. Literally.
There's so many. I mean, it might not be the same color, but when you think about it, like it's the same boots that so many characters wear on their feet.
So ignorant. Well, I guess they all cartoon characters, so you might as well.
Right, and then Sonic, except for the only thing they left out, because you could say Sonic, but they don't got the red stripes on them. I mean the white stripes on them, but it's the same shape, same everything.
So embarrassing. I ain't seen a white person in them yet.
I know they feet be stinking when they pull them out.
Yeah, and that's why I commented when the Shade Room posted it. I was like, black people buy everything but some life insurance.
This is true.
Just
let me hold something.
Just ignorant. All right, y'all. So I think I have a video for the next topic.
Let's get it.
Because this is the black woman's perspective on the passport bros. We're about to play the video.
Is this one of our previous guests or something?
No, hell no. This is something you sent me, Adrian.
I know. I'm just talking. You know, I got my little jokes every now and
then. Seem to be a high commodity nowadays, so let's just go ahead and get straight into it. This is another case of black women not minding their business. Y'all didn't care about me or what a brides until black men happened to make it popular, but of course you feel entitled to being the BBC commander when something no longer benefits you, although these are the same men that you said you didn't want, didn't need, and they are broke. I'm going to be honest, going overseas to travel frequently and live does not equate to broke. But then again, this just simply speaks to the delusion and hypocrisy of women. These men have been very clear in their message. They've said time and time again they wanted wives, someone they could build with, start their family with, someone they could create a legacy with. What y'all heard was they wanted someone that they can control. Y'all minimize being a wife simply down to being a slave, even so much as telling those other women overseas that they're uneducated and practicing sex tourism. And in turn, a lot of y'all have took your degree and traded it in for an OnlyFans profile. Nobody said anything when women were going to Dubai. We know why you were going. Nobody said anything when women were flying state to state getting flued out. We know what you were doing. Nobody said anything when Nigerian and Jamaican men needed green cards and y'all started falsifying marriage documents so you could drive your Range Rover with your red bottoms. Let's just call a spade a spade. Y'all wanted the option to go back to these men after the man that you really wanted was done dragging you through the mud.
Oh. I sent that. I mean, I wasn't trying to, but I did. So definitely one thing that I really picked up about what she said was, which is true, the guys that were deemed to do this have been deemed to be broke. Broke dudes that don't nobody want is what they're saying. So in my assessment, I would think that it wouldn't be a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like these are broke dudes that no one wants. But on the flip side of that, broke dudes don't travel. So
Yeah.
we're not saying that they balling out of control, but clearly they ain't broke. Because broke dudes ain't going to Thailand. Broke dudes ain't going to all these different countries and quote unquote finding love. So I'm with on that. And then yeah, it was a couple points that she made that I was just like, ooh, like, yeah. So now now you're looking at them differently. But once again, these are the guys that were deemed that you didn't even want in the first place. These are the guys that's been struggling to date here in the States. And they've been saying this, like, yo, trying to date in the States, it's been extremely hard for me. I can't find someone to settle down with. So you know what? I have a passport and I'm going across the world to figure out if I can find me someone.
Vaughn said, "What did she miss?"
Oh, you
Child, you
missed a
just heard.
lot.
You missed a whole region. You just heard on this video.
So, yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
I really don't think there's really an issue with passport bros. I think the internet makes everything an issue. I do. I don't. I've never heard of a passport bro until you brought it to me. So
Yeah, this was new to me too. I didn't know it was a big thing either until a
obviously,
couple months
these
ago.
are men that I'm not interested in, and they're not interested in me. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they look like. I've never met one. I couldn't tell you. So
The only time I ever heard about passport bros was whenever I think it was an Asian lady that was talking about them. I think we shared that video on the group whenever it happened. But she's the only person I ever heard talk about it. And then I started hearing like more people. But I mean, it's not videos that I watch because it doesn't pertain to me.
right.
Because I mean, I don't know how anybody would say they're broke because they're traveling, but maybe it would be guys that people would deem like lame, compared to street or hood dudes. So I don't know why they would be mad if they chose to go somewhere where they were celebrated. I don't know why people are upset about it. Um,
So
yeah.
okay, so maybe okay, so passport bros are men who have exhausted in their mind all attempts of dating women in the United States.
Mhm.
I guess I'm assuming black women. I don't know. I'm just gonna go on the limb and say
So,
that.
of course, passport bros are considered black men that feel like they've exhausted all possibilities of settling down, dating in the United States. Their experiences have been horrible, so they feel like everything has been exhausted. But I still want love, so I'm going to go and find love. And so they have been going to other countries to find that. And they've given up on dating in the US. It's guys that I know that say, I'm not dating in the US at all anymore. It's a wrap.
Vaughn, you took the words right out of my mouth. Maybe that's why I don't bother because I've been in the military. They've been doing this my whole career, my whole life. So
Right.
I don't find
That's
it
the first
disturbing
time I
at
even
all.
heard of it, honestly, in the military. So this was when I first came in, had this guy. He was a staff sergeant. He worked in supply. I wish I could remember his name. But when I first came in, he only had a couple years left. And so we was talking and I'm like, "Oh, what you going to do when you retire?" And he was like, I'm moving to Costa Rica." And I'm like, "Really?" Now, mind you, this is that guy that ain't nobody trying to date. You know what I'm saying? Little guy, glasses, white guy, kind of weird, corny. Yeah. Um, so it was like, yeah, I'm moving to Costa Rica. And I'm like, really? I'm like, why are you moving to Costa Rica? And he was like, well, one, if I move to Costa Rica, I would never have to work again. Because my retirement will pay for my life there. So I would never have to work again. I could just live off of my retirement. And then two, I'll be treated a whole lot better in Costa Rica than I would be here. Now, I didn't get what he meant by being treated better because I'm like, white dude, what are you talking about treated better? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is your place. But he was talking about the women, will treat him better by him going there. And so it's like, I guess, my mind couldn't, because I ain't never dealt with that. So I couldn't really understand what he meant by that. But, anyways, but then now, as time now I get it, and this is what these guys are doing. They're nice guys. they aren't the typical guys that women are going for, but they have their stuff together. They have a little money for them, going for them, and they have a hard time dating. So they go places that they'll be appreciated.
I'm happy for them.
Yeah,
Right.
I think everybody should go there being celebrated.
I do too. And literally, this doesn't shock me at all. Military men have been doing this forever. And it's literally been the men that we were just like,
And again,
And
like
then we go overseas and no women like fall all over them.
yeah, like if we weren't checking if women weren't checking for you here, why not leave? I say leave and go find somebody that will celebrate you.
Because I think she mentioned in the video something about women going. I think she said something about women going to find to get green cards for these African men or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jamaica. They go to Jamaica, go to Dubai. Because I remember that being a saying like, "Don't let your girl go to Jamaica."
I know for sure right now there is a epidemic with Black women, especially of high stature, getting these African men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. I definitely heard that.
Get one, and the next friend get one, and the next friend get one. They round them up.
Right.
I can't.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing with like, I'm not going to just say Black women. I'll say women like of a certain size, like larger women. Like they go to them countries because they go often because the men are like falling all over them. Like they ain't got to worry about, am I going to meet somebody? They going to find somebody and they might end up with a husband.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw a girl that she went maybe last year in September, October, about 3 weeks ago. She married that same man back in Jamaica.
Hey, I see everybody deserves love. Go and find, like you said, go be celebrated, not be tolerated.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't if it's women on social media that are upset about passport bros, they either one just looking for clickbait, and trying to go viral, or two, they the same women that don't nobody want either, and they can't find no passport hoes. Okay. Because I don't see a problem with it at all. I don't want Tiny Tim.
Stop. Tiny Tim need love too.
He do, and he gonna go get it. He got them stamps, baby.
Boy,
He
y'all
got them stamps.
Boy, y'all mean out here in these streets.
No, men feel the same way now. When it comes to size and being in shape and all of that, y'all got your preferences too. So don't get mad when we say we don't want no short dude. Next. All right, so we're going to go into the title of this show. Adrian done brought us this foolishness today. He done conjured up some foolishness, okay? Is it worse for a man to cheat on you with a man or a woman?
A man. I don't care who watching. I don't care how they feel about it. If I find out my man one is cheating, but if I find out he's cheating with a man, it's gonna be some furniture.
Sir, Mr. Whatever, it is always going to be a man.
It's furniture moving.
Period.
So if you found out your man was cheating with another man, it'll be worse.
Yes. We've all been cheated on before.
Okay.
That is a whole nother level of betrayal. What?
How is that a whole nother level of betrayal?
You live a double life.
Because I don't know who the hell you are.
That's funny because me and Debbie talked about this. That's what she was saying. Clearly, you would lead somebody to believe otherwise.
I missed something. Drastically missed some signs.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it.
Because when did you figure out that you liked? When did you figure this out?
So, I mean, of course, we know there is a lot of guys that are, down low, all of that. I actually think I know a few guys that are with women that is for show. Like, I can't prove it, but I personally think they with women for show because ain't nothing you can tell me they ain't gay. Like, absolutely nothing. I don't care what they say. You gay. But
I'm sorry.
but this came from, so the topic came from watching the show. Now I remember what it was. It's on OWN and it's called Single Ladies. And so the lady on the show got cheated on. Her man cheated on her, right? Um, and he was talking to another man. So he happened to leave his Facebook open and she saw the messages between him and another man.
Uh,
She missed some red flags. She talked about how on their wedding night they ain't do nothing. He didn't hardly want to touch her. They hardly had sex or any of that.
Wait, my brother said, "Where they at?" I'll let you know. He will let you know which ones is on the down low.
Yo, I have to send you check them out because it's a couple. I can't say because some of them a little high stature, and
Vondra,
but anyways,
he don't want her back there. He don't want her.
No, ma'am. He want his
and of course, and y'all know DC. Like, I mean, y'all have heard it's. I honestly, I think DC is the down low capital. I really do. It's a lot of guys that I see. I'm like, ain't no way. Ain't no way you straight. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you straight. Ain't no way you can tell me you straight. I don't care what you say. But yeah, so she found out that way that he was cheating on her with men. She was just kind of a show, for her. A front. She said he thought that being with her, she was a pretty young lady, very pretty, that she being with her would help him stay away from men, but it didn't. Once he got caught, of course he came all the way out, but with her on this situation. So, I felt so bad for her because you could tell she was a super nice girl, naive. She grew up in Arkansas. She was a country girl, naive, and so it's crazy because she said she just wanted a super masculine man after that. So she went from him to this super masculine man that basically just dogged her out. And yeah, you could tell. Like, I was like, oh, I felt bad for her, but yeah. So y'all say men.
Devastating. That is devastating.
Devastating. Think about that. Like, your man taking what you taking.
That's so disgusting. Shut the hell up.
He getting bent over too.
I know that's right, buddy. He said masculinity don't make you straight. Listen, because I've been to the Lenox Mall during Pride weekend in Atlanta, and I'm like, ain't no way they together. These two big buff masculine dudes? No.
So there are
Name of it all.
Gay men who have told me they feel like, and it's been on the internet as well, they feel like Black women are the reason for down low culture. And I guess that's like coming from their mothers or I guess they feel like the judgment, like they can't be true to themselves. But I'm like, nah, I don't know. No.
Be whatever you want to be. That's your fault for not accepting who you are. I don't give a damn what nobody say.
Yeah.
Be who you are. So what if somebody judge you? And
yeah,
that's your insecurity. We ain't to blame for nothing. They need to cut it out. We cannot be to blame for everything. My God.
No.
Shit.
But yeah, it's crazy. But no, I'm not. I wouldn't be okay with that.
Because they literally just had a I don't know if somebody in the group shared it today, or one of y'all shared it about the whether gay rights has replaced civil rights.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it's like yeah, because gay rights have way more protection. They have way more everything than civil rights have. Like, you can't, like, the dude just got fined on what's the basketball player?
Oh
he
yeah.
said something. He got fined $40,000 for saying no homo.
I'm
like, really? Next time, sir, just say pause and keep going. Yeah. But you can't say nothing homophobic. Your ass is canceled. Ask the baby.
Still trying to get a career again.
That
Right.
shit ain't gonna be the same. It ain't gonna never be the same.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Even a little song with Lil Baby still ain't gonna be the same.
Nope.
Nope.
Just think, back in the day, leaving black women or white women was an issue. Now black women getting left for, for other dudes.
Dee, that's not
Hey, yo,
nice.
Freddie, you said a word there, my brother.
Dee, that's not nice.
That is hilarious. Society, like all BS, puts a stigma on straight men. People too sensitive today. Some shit don't be that deep. Yeah, I don't know. It's like seriously, for real. Like if everybody was to turn off their phones and turn off their TVs, there are no issues for real.
Yeah.
Like social media and the media really makes things more inflamed than it really is. And that's why, like I always say, when it comes to like these big issues that we keep having between men and women when it comes to relationships, I say do a poll with 10 people that you know. What does that look like?
Yeah.
10 people that you know that's around you, what does that look like? That's your reality. The stuff you see on social media is not real.
Yeah.
It's not real.
One of my daughters, when she was, I think, in middle school, like the principal pulled all the parents in and he was like, at school, we don't have any school issues. The only issues we have are social media issues that happen over the weekend on Snapchat, on Instagram, and they meet up with each other at school, and that's what the problem is. He was like, he was like, of course you're gonna have some, bad apples, but majority of our issues, when I talk to them, they started on the internet.
Yep. Yeah. Because most people aren't even that bold to address things in person.
Oh yeah, right.
They're bold. A lot of people don't like conflict at all. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So we're gonna go into our last topic. Let's see. So do y'all think there is a difference between committing to the marriage and committing to the person? Which one should you do?
So, all right. So for me, like how I kind of look at this is because it's the same thing as honoring your vows, before God, just keeping it a buck. Them vows is not gonna make you not cheat. It's the values that you have as a person and how you see the person that you with, as far as not wanting to hurt them and cherishing who they are, right? So I look at it the same way. The person, I mean, the marriage is just that, what I just kind of described. The marriage is based on the principles, quote unquote, of the Bible. You standing before God and saying that you're going to honor rich or the poor. I think it's the values that you were raised in and right from wrong. That's my basics, right from wrong, treating someone the way that you want to be treated and doing to them as, you want them to do unto you. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I like to simplify things. So I would say I'm committing to the person because they're supposed to commit to me. I try to keep it simple. That's just me.
So I don't remember where I heard this at, but when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's interesting, because they said if you commit to the actual marriage as opposed to the person, and I guess marriage entails like all the plans that you have with this person or the promises that or the vows or whatever. They were saying people change all the time, but if you're committed to the institution or the idea of you two working towards a common goal, then that would last longer. But I agree with what Adrian said as well. I just thought it was an interesting take because we all know people do change.
Mhm.
And I know this is it's not a real thing, but I always think about Power with Ghost and Tasha and how he was like, "What did you think I was going to be?" And she was like, "The biggest drug dealer in New York," and he didn't want to do it anymore. And for a long, I was never Team Tasha. I always was Team Ghost and Angela because I was like, why would she want to hold him to that? But anyway, but yeah, I just thought it was an interesting take.
Well, see, my thing is, I don't really, I don't want to say believe in. I don't subscribe to marriage. Because I just don't feel like the government needs to tell me anything about who I love. That's just me. Because I just think marriage is more of a business deal, business transaction than it is anything about two people committing to each other. But I think that if I'm committed to you and if we're committed to each other, that should be the number one goal. Because if we're committed to each other, everything that we do is a concerted effort. We're going to make sure that everything we do, whether we change or not, we're doing it together. And of course, with time, everybody changes, but we're still committed to our common goals. And our goals are always going to be in line with each other. I also believe that if you marry the person, thank you, CT Kirk, if you marry the person that you're supposed to marry for the right reasons, that commitment will never die. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how mad y'all get, no matter the circumstances, issues, or whatever. If you are committed to a person and you actually love them for real, if that's your friend, if that's your partner, the marriage part that might be icing on the cake extra for somebody else, but that's just going to be there. That's the foundation. You're going to always be there for each other. And I think that should be the most important thing because people are the most important resource ever. There's nothing more important than people. Nothing can work without a person, right? You can't have a marriage without people. So yeah, I just think the people are, and I also think that people take people for granted. Like these folks ain't gonna always be here. So whatever bond that you created with that person, hold on to that. Because everybody don't get that. If you find somebody that's willing to commit to you, respect you, love you, and hold you down, you might want to hold that down and try to make it work however you can make it work.
Yeah.
Just look at how most Indian arranged marriages are. You know what? You're right, Freddie. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I just can't, like the government telling me I got to come down there and get this piece of paper. Why? For what? So you can track me to get more money from me? Nah, son. We can go and get this power of attorney, this will, and do this reception, and we good. It's good. Good. Yeah. I don't need a marriage. I'm sorry, but that's just me. That's just me. Yeah. So, y'all, I wanted to talk about this other topic, but I forgot to get the video, and I'm mad that I could not get the video because it was so good. But I'm going to talk about it anyway, and I ain't got no thing to put up here on the screen or nothing. We're going to talk about it. Did y'all see that pastor, lady type, condemning her congregation for going to a Beyonce concert?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes. So I want to go first on this.
Okay.
One thing that I've learned and I've noticed is that, and it's funny, especially growing up in the church, is when I see people that find God later in life, those are
Baby,
the ones that tip.
Hi.
Yo, they go so extreme.
So
They
extreme.
they so extreme. And it's
Mhm.
like, and they looking at you because I've dealt with these people, and they like, I don't understand like how you've been doing this your whole life. I don't understand how you not going this hard to do because I've been doing this my whole life. I don't know what you think this is. But I find them that, did they thing, didn't really grow up in the church, and then find God, like they are militant about
Baby,
everything. They done live their life, and now they become super militant about everything. You can't do nothing.
nothing.
And that's, from my understanding, that's her. She then lived her life, found God later, and yeah.
My question is, now I know my views are different. I mean, I know my experience is different. Growing up in the Catholic Church is not, like any other, like Baptist, like I guess people say that we preach more in the Catholic Church. They preach more about like salvation, forgiveness, like all that kind of stuff. And people say, oh, if y'all only talk about the good parts of the Bible. So I never really been to a sermon and heard about being banished, like all banished to hell, all that kind of stuff. And to me, it's like, why would somebody want to go listen to that every week? But my thing is, as a Christian, what I understand is God is in the saving business. When did his followers stop being in the saving business?
Come on, somebody.
If you're trying to gather people in, and then the thing is, they'll say stuff like that, but then in the next breath, they'll be like, we got to get people to leaving the church. I would leave too. This is traumatic.
Like this.
I would leave too, ma'am. What? Now, what did Beyonce do to y'all? What?
So I saw the video on the Shade Room post, and I got to comment in the Shade Room because I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, ma'am. I'm coming for you. And if I'm not mistaken, what I commented was, I don't know what Bible you read, and I don't know what God you serve, but the one that I know, he don't come for people out of unkindness and this unloving blasphemy that you speak of. I said, you're going to be the head usher at the gates of hell, the way that you're speaking.
Child.
Like, I have never heard somebody try to come from the Bible and that, like, really? This is what we're going to do? This is what we're going to do?
Baby, let me tell you. You was in them comments, just like you was in them comments. I seen some people, baby, they was going to battle. They was ready for the battle. They felt like they was God's strongest members of his army.
It was out of order. First of all, if you want to come from the Bible, ma'am, you need to get your ass out the pulpit. Because the Bible I read, you ain't supposed to be up in there. Ma'am, lady, you ain't supposed to be leading nothing. I was like,
I can't be around them types, man. I'd be like, look.
And that's why young people don't go to church no more.
Oh no, it's a wrap.
Because who are you to judge somebody? It was too much. It was too much. And one thing I know about a pastor that I know here, I won't call her name on here because she's one of the realest pastors I know. She said, if I go anywhere where unsaved people are, don't judge me. I'm praying for them. Because we can't save people that's just in the church.
Right.
Y'all created that. Because I'll be asking all the time, what church did Jesus belong to? You tell me what church you belong to, and I'll go get a membership.
Baby.
Because y'all created these walls.
They said the man was walking around with the prostitute and the tax collector.
You cannot save people that's already saved. How you going to save people? Y'all all go to the church, the same church every Sunday. And ain't nobody hearing the word but y'all. How does that work? She need to go sit down, go reread her Bible, because what happened was she was projecting what she was doing at them Beyonce concerts. Everybody ain't in the bathroom fucking, man.
I just don't understand.
Yeah,
I think, to me, it seems like at this point, it has to be, they know that once they speak on Beyonce, it's going to go viral. In my mind, that's what it has to be. Because, like, what are you talking about? How can you say this about one, this lady?
Any concert.
Any concert that people, it's crazy.
It's just ridiculous. The
yeah,
church got out of hand. They got out of hand. Just like they, I don't understand. Like you said, the fear mongering, the fear stuff they do. If that is the kind of God you serve, I don't want to serve him. I'm not serving nobody I gotta be scared of. The God I know love me. He don't scare me. I respect him, but I ain't scared of him. If he's supposed to be my father, why would I be scared of him? Why would I fear him?
That was a tactic that they used to use, though. That's the tactics that I grew up on, where they would try to
Exactly.
fear you into, and we get into that. Talked about that. Like that crap messes you up.
Yes.
Definitely messes
Yeah.
you up. Messes you up as a child.
And they need to also, we need to address this too. Because if we're gonna go with the Bible, there are only a few things required for you to get to heaven. And that's to confess that Jesus is Lord with your mouth and believe in your heart, right? Everything else in the Bible, everything else, literally everything else determines your blessings and your curses. If you want to be blessed, do this. If you don't do it. But to get to heaven, all the other stuff y'all need to quit lying to people about, because that ain't what he said.
Amen.
And like for even like the 10 Commandments, when it talks about thou shalt not kill, like he is not only talking about just going out in the street and murdering people. You can kill people's spirit. Like it is so crazy for you to want me to sit here and listen to these things. What? I feel attacked. What? Why would I keep coming here?
They only want to talk about the parts that fit them. But
And
don't get me to talk about the gluttony that happened in the church. I'm gonna be quiet on that though.
Child.
What about them pastors messing with everybody?
Baby, the thing is, all of those people are still human. Even if, ma'am, you up here giving a sermon, like you don't know what tomorrow holds for you. Like just like you had a past life, that don't mean you can't fall back into that. Because you're human.
And your job is to love people out of stuff. You're supposed to love them until they come up out of it. You don't condemn nobody for something. You ain't got no heaven or no hell to put nobody in.
Yeah, you don't have the power to condemn anybody, but no. I got more to say when we get off of this live.
It made me mad. I'm like, you're not, a woman ain't even supposed to be in the pulpit if we want to go by the Bible. Don't get me to talk, because I was raised in the church. I know that thing. I know it. Don't play. But we gonna go on and go, because What y'all got going on for the week?
I got one more.
Uh-oh.
I got one more for us to talk about.
Uh-oh. Oh Lord. What you
got? This one, Didi, you posted this. So this is what I want us to the woman that grabbed Busta Rhymes' butt.
Oh Lord.
And he threw the drink on her.
First of all, don't be touching my man.
First of all, keep your hands to yourself at all times.
That was out of order.
Because we talk about this now, if he would have done that to her, she probably would have tried to sue.
Yeah.
Right.
She should be in jail. That's sexual harassment. That's sexual assault, actually.
But you know what I'm saying? She didn't touch him. Like, she hit him on the butt. Like,
that's sexual assault.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why. It's a lot of women do that. It's a lot of women that are guilty. They feel like, oh, I'm a woman, I can go touch this man. That you're assaulting somebody. They don't want you to touch. You didn't ask them. You don't have their consent.
Yep.
And you can't turn around and cry if somebody does the same thing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Out of order. His reflexes were so fast. He threw that drink so fast.
Right.
She was out of
He didn't even fully turn around. Like,
you touched his butt. That was it.
Right. Like,
ain't no down low over there. He was like, hell no.
No Dungeon Dragon.
No.
Okay. I just wanted to touch on that.
That was that. And she said something about did she say something about she did it on accident or some shit like that?
No, you didn't.
Stop.
Man.
No, you didn't.
She should be locked up. And I'm being serious when I say that, because if it was the other way around, women would be outraged. Oh my God, I can't believe he touched her.
Mm-hmm.
They would be outraged.
Mm-hmm.
She better keep her hands off my man. That's all I got to say. Busta, I'm sorry, boo. He was trying to get to me for Valentine's Day.
Aww.
Dang dang, it was something else I wanted to talk about, but I don't forgot about it now. Well, I'm gonna leave it for a topic for next week because I want to touch on a topic I don't think we've ever talked about, and I don't think I've ever heard it on the podcast either. But we'll talk about it on the after show, and then we'll use it for a topic next week. So y'all stay tuned for next week. Okay, so what y'all got going on for the week?
So, I mean, I touched on it a little bit. Getting the whole photos and everything done, touched up for the website. So really, 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 really doing that, getting that straight. So, hopefully I can have that good to go. I ain't seen him on here, but I gotta send my boy some books. Chris, I gotta send Chris some books. Shout out to Chris. Black House 6.
Oh, I was like, who the hell is Chris?
Oh.
Every time we say his real name, I always say,
Oh, my bad. But yeah, so doing that, man. Working on some other little projects and just trying to get to that extra bag, I like to call it. Yeah, I'll tell y'all about it once we
not
finish.
ready.
But yeah, so yeah, doing that, working on the business stuff, website, coaching, getting all of that stuff, handling business. Yeah, that's what I got going on.
Okay.
Talking about doing how interviewing. So one thing I realized is, and I'm really talking about this starting heavy now, is how confidence affects interviewing, because a lot of people do not have confidence when it comes to interviewing. And so that's something that I'm going to be speaking on, how that translate and how to carry that confidence into your interviewing. Of course you need to be prepared, but I'm giving some tools and some tricks to help people out with that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I got going.
That's what's up. Dang, what kind of wine you drinking? What you got going on, Drena?
Boone's Farm.
My birthday's on Friday.
Okay.
Kick off the Mardi Gras. So the official Mardi Gras weekend. So I have all of that to do. And then after that, I'm going into work on all my events coming up for the year.
Okay.
Lined up. Two of them I've already done before. One of them I really want to do I've been talking about it for quite some time, but I want to pull the trigger on it this year. It's like a life skills conference for seniors that are graduating.
Okay.
So
what's up?
Everybody there, from people who help write resumes, like literally everything. Anybody I've even teaching kids like how to change a tire because they're going off to college. I got a lot of stuff in here. So I'm making that happen.
Daniel out here drinking some booze.
Sound like you might have to holler at me then.
Yeah, definitely.
So first of all, let me shout out my son's middle school basketball team for winning the championship. They won the chip. Yes. These boys crazy. You are crazy. Yeah, so shout out to Indian Land Middle School. Shout out to them. The boys are like ridiculous. Can't nobody, the untouchable. What do I have? We got 10 days left until my Biggest Loser challenge is over. So I'm excited to see the ladies' transformations so I can give out this money to the winners. They have been doing a great job. Hopefully they're gonna stay with the lifestyle change and not just do it for the money. Just a little incentive to get them started. Shout out to my new client. Y'all know I don't take everybody. So I got a new client today. And shout out to Roland Martin because she saw me on the show and she booked a session with me and she signed up right away. So she's definitely my ideal client. She was amazing on the call and I'm excited to see her transformation. So stay tuned for that. What else do I got? It was something else in that shit. And see, when I drink this whole cup, I can't remember nothing. I can't. If anybody would like to get on the call with me, if they're looking for a fitness coach, personal trainer, nutritionist, whatever you're looking for to try to lose some weight. I know a lot of times people are skeptical about programs because they try so many things. I'm not here to beg anybody to lose weight. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I'm an expert at. So if you need a real fitness coach that will help you lose the weight in 90 days, if you got 30 pounds or more to lose, holla at your girl. I am the #1 virtual fitness coach for women, and I help individuals lose weight and get in amazing shape without starving yourself or spending hours a day in the gym. So hit me out for Core Queen. You can Google me, look at me, search for me anywhere on any platform, The Core Queen, and I will pop up somewhere. You will find me, I promise. And schedule a consultation with me. We'll figure out what you're trying to do. I'll help you reach and exceed those goals. Only thing I need you to do is trust yourself, trust me, trust the process. I'll get you where you need to go. We appreciate everybody in the comments. Did we figure we didn't decide on a name for the folks in the comments?
Yeah.
I don't forgot what the options were. Oh man, there was some good ones last week too. We'll figure it out. I'll go back and look in the comments from last week and pull the ones, and we'll do a vote some kind of way and figure out who gets the most votes, and we'll pick it that way. But we appreciate y'all in the comments. We love when y'all come and interact with us. If you want to be on the show, let us know. We like to have special guests. We definitely need to do a speed dating episode for Drena because she needs a man. We definitely need to get that on the books to get her a speed dating episode going. Find her somebody in the sit, baby. We got you. We got you. And if y'all want to send us some topics, even if it's just something that y'all come across on social media, whether it's a meme, a video, anything that you see, just forward it to us in our DM, our inbox, or send it to us on this number going across the bottom of the screen. And we would love to talk about it, okay? And we'll see y'all next week. Hello.